Welcome to Better Gear.
Stop! Welcome to Better Gear, the show about making even good gear better. Today we're going to talk about how to turn the highly esteemed Korg Electribe ER-1 into a crunchy old-school sample player. While other endeavors of this kind involve the use of soldering irons, replacement EPROMs and prototype PCBs like in our 505 mod episode, the ER-1 upgrade is a little more accessible. Only last week I stumbled upon a web page called Electribe Shaman that offers an unofficial firmware for this first generation Electribe drum machine. The firmware not only offers an optimized MIDI implementation, but also allows users to change the 909-ish hi-hat, clap and crash factory sounds. I was immediately sold. This is not sponsored content, I paid for the firmware, I don't even know who the Shaman is, and it doesn't matter. You can clearly tell that the firmware is a labor of love, and this is something I am more than willing to support. Nevertheless, installing the firmware and loading samples into the ER-1 can be a bit of a bumpy road. There is no Mac software, and you will need a proper MIDI interface that can handle the data transfer without any hiccups.
First of all, you have to test whether the firmware is supported by a specific ER-1. You'll need a MIDI application that can handle sysex, like for example MIDI Aux. Send a specified sysex string and wait for the magic number 15 to appear. The Flash utility runs in the command line interface of Windows. Fortunately, I have cultivated some immaculate MS-DOS skills. Sorry, I got carried away. Make sure all other applications using MIDI are closed and follow the instructions. I don't know why, but messages like this always make me feel a bit uneasy.
To unlock the full potential, we have to transfer some samples.
The files have to be uncompressed 32 kHz 16-bit mono with a maximum total size of 250K, which amounts to a little less than 4 seconds. Copy your trimmed files to the same folder your ER Flash application is in and fail. This is at least what happened to me. I talked to the Shaman and he told me to transfer the sysex file that was produced in the failed process via MIDI Aux, which actually worked.
Today's first sample set consists of some 808 samples and I really want to know what it sounds like. Where have you been all these years, my Shaman? I've grown accustomed to the factory samples, but the 808 sounds are a perfect match for the Electribe's VA engine. I wanna know if this sample player is any good for acoustic sounds. Nice! Especially the low-pitched timpani really packs some punch. I have to admit that this one is a bit on the messy side. Maybe I should use only 1 or 2 of these samples next time. The 250K sample memory is a limiting factor, but there is a way to load longer samples like pads and drum loops. To maximize the potential of early samplers, people of the 80s loaded their sounds at a higher pitch. This makes them shorter, but sacrifices sound quality by practically reducing the sample rate. A little trick that also works well with a Korg Walker sample. Old school Electribes are a lot of fun, and the Shaman firmware takes the ER-1 to an entirely different level. The whole updating and sample loading process is intimidating at first, but I got used to it rather quickly. What is more, all further updates are included in the price, and it seems like the Shaman is constantly working on improvements and new features. If you are a strong-nerved ER-1 owner and have some bucks to spare, I can totally recommend giving it a try. What do you have to lose but your beloved Electribe? Thanks for watching, see you next time. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Feel free to like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment what other kind of gear you would like to see and hear on the show.